really pisses me off? I'm starting in a new industry in the finance sector. And look, fair enough that they've got some regulations and some responsibilities that you need to undertake before you start working. But this is just an absolute joke. I've just spent the last 2 days, and I'm lucky because I already have a pre-existing company. So I don't have to apply for ABN, get GST registered, things like that. But it just they make it so difficult for you to just even get started. You have to join dispute resolution companies. You have to join a governing body, both of which you have to do particular tasks and requirements for each. You have to, okay, this is how ridiculous it is. You have to supply a BSB and account number for your business. And then on top of that, so you've already given a BSB and account number, bank, your name, everything, and then you have to provide a document proving the account exists. Make it make sense. And again, I'm all for, some light regulation, but this red tape is just ridiculous. Especially, and look, I know people are going to kick up a stink, but born and raised in Australia, I have to provide so many details. I had to give the last 5 years of my residential addresses. The last 5 years. How that is related in any sense, I'll never know. It even asked, did you reside outside of Australia in the last 5 years? No. Please provide the last 5 years worth of addresses. Why? Honestly, the data collection, I'm going to sound like a conspiracy theorist here. The data collection and the knowledge that is wanted of you, it's just absolutely ridiculous. Sorry, I have to focus. But again, and as well, they ask you questions like, okay, have you had any claims against you, any court cases, anything like that? Fair enough to ask that. I select no for all of it. They still do their checks on your answers. I select no for all of it. And then they still proceed to ask you to provide more details about things that if you were to select yes to, I've had claims against me or I've had a criminal history or then you would have to provide details. They still ask you to provide additional details. I just don't understand. And they have a domino effect procedure. So you must complete this in order to do that. You must complete that in order to do this. It just takes so long. I can really see why people go, oh, bugger this. I'm just going to work for someone or work for a corporation and it'll be much easier. Because in Australia, we're semi-socialist. I mean, the amount of stuff and benefits that employees get is just outrageous. That's another reason why I'm looking for a career that I can still build solid wealth over time without having to employ people, because it's just unreal. And then when I'm successful, positive thinking, every dollar over a certain amount, they'll tax 45 cents in every dollar. So it's basically encouraging you to make a certain amount so you don't have to pay the rest, because you can calculate it, and if you earn above a certain amount, you may as well forego money so that you stay within another bracket. Like if you just creep into another tax bracket, you may as well forego some of that income so you stay within the bracket below so you don't have to pay as much tax. It's just ridiculous. And then they'll give it to some bum who's a professional Centrelink recipient and they'll complain about how they don't get enough from the government. I don't understand. Or we'll put it into some other stupid social thing that we've done, like NDIS, which is just the biggest rort this country's ever seen. It's not like we're going to spend it on houses. Albo's just let in 750,000 people in the last 2 years. And that's why no one in a capital city can get a place anywhere. It's not like they bring someone in and say, okay, you must live rural or in a place that actually needs you to be there. They bring him in and send him to Sydney, Melbourne, or Brisbane, and then everybody from those cities move. And look, I know that me having a bitch when I'm cooking my steak isn't going to do much to change the country, but if other people start waking up and realizing that we're getting absolutely screwed, maybe something will change, and that's a big maybe. it makes you want to move to another country. And you could say, oh yeah, move, what are you waiting for? But if enough wealthy people or enough people that earn that higher amount of money leave, who's going to pay the bill for all the bludgers? Yes, it's a beautiful country. To live here, you pay a premium. And I'm not talking about just the cost of living, that's a total another story. I'm talking you pay a premium to subsidize the drop kicks. Not tooting my own horn, but voila. So anyway, I think I might have got a little bit off topic there, but what I'm trying to say is, if we remove some of the obstacles and the hurdles allowing people to thrive in the country, I honestly think we will be a lot better off. And there's seriously an industry for red tape, compliance, and everything like that. It's actually a business. And I didn't mention, if I fail in this business and I don't do well, then everyone says, oh, bad luck, it's all on you type thing. But if I succeed and do very well, that's what happens. I basically get punished for it. A lot of things today is like a make it make sense type situation. Maybe I'll see things different in the long run, but right now that I'm going through everything and trying to get through all the hurdles, answer the frankly ridiculous questions, I just think to myself, who made this up? Who sat down around a table and thought, this is a good idea? Like I really would like to speak to them and say, what the is going on? Anyway, that's all the bitching I've got to do today. I'm gonna finish my steaks, watch some TV, and then I'm gonna go to bed. Thanks, I'll see you on the next one.